Hi friends, welcome back to 10-minute recaps. Today, I'm going to explain a superhero action film from 2021 titled, Eternals. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie begins with the Eternals, believing they are from planet Olympia, receiving their mission from the Celestials through their leader, Ayok, also called the Prime Eternal. Only she is able to communicate with Arishem, one of the Celestials. They suit up and get ready to receive their mission to Earth by boarding the Domo, their spacecraft. They believe their mission is to eliminate deviants, beings consuming intelligent life on every planet. They arrive in 5000 BC Mesopotamia, evacuating local people from deviant attacks and befriending them. Circe, an eternal being able to manipulate matter, is most attached to humans and is often followed around by Icarus, one of the strongest Eternals, who has feelings for her. Icarus counts as their best fighter, able to fly and shoot cosmic energy beams from his eyes. The team also has Thena, a skillful warrior, Gilgamesh, a powerful but caring being, Kingo, who can project energy blasts from his hand, Druig, a mind manipulator and telepath, Phastos, a genius mind, Macquarie, a speedster, and Sprite, an illusionist. After the fight, Circe enhances a blade and gives it to a human child. In the present day, the same blade is displayed on a giant screen in London's busy intersection as Circe hurries down to the Natural History Museum to give lessons to high school students. Dane Whitman, her current love interest, welcomes her to class. When giving the lecture, a big earthquake happens. At night, after hanging out in a pub, Circe, Sprite, and Dane are heading home when they are suddenly attacked by a deviant. They notice that the deviant knows where they are and are only attacking them, not humans. It can also heal itself like Ayok. Out of nowhere, Icarus appears and forces the deviant to retreat. Dane demands an explanation of Circe's true identity and mission, and she explains how they thought they eradicated all deviants 5 centuries ago and they will not interfere with all man-made conflicts. They still stay on Earth long after the deviants were eradicated to wait for their instruction to go home. Dane also asks about Icarus, Circe's past lover for 5,000 years before he left. Icarus suggests that they need to find the others, so they head to Ayok. Turns out Ayok is already dead, presumably by a deviant attack. Morning, they flash back to old times. In 575 BC Babylon, after defeating the deviants and evacuating humans, Ayok communicated with Arishem through the sphere embedded in her chest. She told Arishem that she feels something special about this planet, but he reminded her not to become too attached to humans and only focus on their mission. Phastos showed an advanced design of the steam engine, which he would show to humans, but Ayok refused his idea and let humanity evolve slowly. At night, they were having a firework party. Circe and Icarus bonded and they confessed their love for each other. Centuries later, in the Gupta Empire, they married. Back to the present day, Circe is still mourning Ayok's death when suddenly the sphere inside Ayok's body moves into Circe's, symbolizing Circe as the Prime Eternal. She visualizes seeing Arishem but quickly regains her composure. Sprite and Icarus are worried about her if she is experiencing a psychological condition known as Mod-Wiry, as experienced by Thena. Back in 1521 AD Tenochtitlan, the Eternals were just defeating the last of the deviants when Thena suddenly went rogue and hurt other Eternals. She was healed by Ayok erasing her memories, but she begged to have her memories back. Gilgamesh supported her, even though he risked having her gone rogue again. During confronted Ayok, doubting her decisions and her rules about them not interfering with man conflicts. He abruptly left soon after. Ayok disbanded the group, allowing everyone to live a life on their own. Back to the present day in Mumbai, the group meet with Kingo, now a renowned Bollywood star. Kingo is always accompanied by his loyal valet, Karun. They go to Australia, meeting Gilgamesh and Thena. During a feast, Circe still thinks about her new position as Prime Eternal goes outside and tries hard to communicate with Arnhem again. She finally succeeds and learns that their main mission on Earth is not to eradicate deviants, but to prepare for the birth of a celestial named Tiamat, a phenomenon called the emergence. To grow, it needs a vast amount of energy from intelligent life. Deviants are also Arishem's creation, but they defy their true purpose to eradicate apex predators on every planet and evolve to become predators themselves. With them being predators, a planet would never have enough intelligent life for the emergence of the celestial. Circe is shocked to know that everyone on Earth will die for the emergence and more shocked when she knows planet Olympia does not exist, as Eternals are built and programmed by Arishem in a place called the World Forge. They have their memories stored there, then are sent on missions with no recollection of memories. She explains her findings to the group, deduces that they need to find a way for the emergence to not consume innocent lives, or at least put Tiamat to sleep. To realize this plan, they must go to drug deep in the Amazons. Drug has mixed feelings upon learning the truth and initially refuses to help the team. Suddenly, the deviants ambush them when Icarus is about to tell Circe something. Athena goes rogue again while Gilgamesh is desperately fighting the deviants. Outpowered, Gilgamesh is killed, but luckily Athena regains consciousness and quickly runs to him. The deviant absorbs Gilgamesh's powers as it did with Ayak. Circe, plunging into a pool with a deviant, touches it and uses her ability to transform the deviant into a tree, something she has never done before. They mourn Gilgamesh's death and cremate him in Hindu tradition before Athena scatters his ashes into the river. The team decides to seek Phastos' help despite knowing that Phastos had given up on humanity a long time ago. A flashback shows the condition after the 1945 Hiroshima atomic bombing when Phastos regretted his decision to help humanity advance. In the present day, Phastos lives with his husband and child in an ordinary house when Icarus and Circe pay him a visit. After hearing the truth, Phastos deduces that Ayak refused to let him help humanity advance in a way he intended to because it will not create enough population intended to feed Tiamat. Although initially refusing to join the plan, he finally agrees to help after his husband convinces him to go. All the assembled Eternals then go to their Domo spacecraft, buried in present-day Iraq. They find Macquarie already inside, and they begin to discuss strategies to execute their plan. Phastos explains that Celestials are energy generators and imbued Eternals, their creations, with an infinite amount of cosmic energy. From the information that deviants are now able to absorb Eternals' energy, he theorizes that he can construct a device for Eternals to absorb their own energies as well. The unification of the Eternals will create a uni-mind, providing enough energy for Drug to mind control Tiamat to sleep. Macquarie asks what will be done next, to which Circe replies they can find humans a new home on another planet. Sprite argues that space colonization could take decades. Circe replies again that the process could be accelerated with Eternals' help. However, Kingo is also doubtful of the plan and asks Icarus for his opinion. Kingo and Sprite think that Icarus is their strongest member so he should be their leader, to which Icarus politely states that Ayak already chose Circe, then he storms away from the room. Kingo follows him, saying he would have followed him as he always did, but Icarus is unsure of himself. Outside, he remembers events of 6 days ago, when he visited Ayak in her cabin. Turns out Ayak already told him about the emergence, that they only had 7 days left and needed to assemble the others. However, Ayak was unsure that the people of this planet deserve to die for a celestial's birth, to which Icarus disagrees. He was really shocked to know that Ayak would plan to stop the emergence. Ayak explained that she saw the people of Earth live their life and changed her perception of Orishem's plan, including when they succeeded in bringing back half of the population erased by Thanos 5 years ago. Icarus took Ayak to Alaska, where they discovered newly awakened deviants. He told her that he never doubted his purpose even though he kept Ayak's secrets from the others for centuries. He pushed her from the cliff and watched as she was killed by the deviants, then took her body back to her cabin. Back to the present day, Circe finds Icarus and approaches him. They embrace each other again and walk back to the Domo when Circe is surprised by a pulse of energy from her sphere. She realizes that the emergence has begun. Phastos has still not figured a way to construct the Unimind, then asks Macquarie to find the point of emergence. To Circe's surprise, Icarus suits up, then he explains that he would not let anyone disturb the emergence, even if it means he must kill his fellow Eternals. He attacks Phastos' work, then Circe explains to the group that Icarus knew about the emergence all along. However, she is curious why Ayak did not choose Ikaros to replace her. Drug, being a mind reader, exclaims that Icarus killed Ayak. Icarus tells the rest of the team that they will not succeed against him, then prepares to leave just as Sprite announces she will join him. They leave to the point of emergence. The group is still in shock, then Kingo also leaves as he believes they should not turn against the Celestials and does not want to fight Icarus. Druig tells them that they need to have a backup plan. Phastos learns that Circe was able to turn a deviant into a tree even though she is still unsure how she did it. She also denies the idea that she can do the same to a Celestial. Athena approaches her and convinces her of her leadership position and her ability, then Phastos runs to her to ask about the sphere inside of her. He theorizes that he can repurpose that sphere to serve their plan. He succeeds, then the group suit up and go to the point of emergence, which is an island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Icarus and Sprite, already on the island, watch the volcanic eruption as they see the Domo approaching. They plan to keep the other Eternals busy so they would not disturb the emergence. Icarus attacks the Domo, encountering Athena inside. Druig, Macquarie, and Circe are preparing to begin the Unimind on the beach. However, just when he can put Tiamat to sleep, Icarus notices it and attacks Drug. Macquarie evacuates Phastos, Athena, and Circe then brutally attacks Icarus. Circe realizes she now has to deal with transforming Tiamat as drug cannot put him to sleep anymore. She goes to the mountain but is stabbed by Sprite. Luckily, Sprite is knocked unconscious by Druig so Circe can continue her plan. Phastos, with the help of his devices, traps Icarus down. However, the deviant comes to aid Icarus and encounters Thena, almost killing and absorbing her powers when Thena snaps back into reality and beheads him. When Tiamat is emerging, Circe turns him into marble stone, but Icarus escapes. When he is about to kill her, he cannot bring himself to do it, so she continues with her plan. The Unimind finally forms, to which Icarus and Sprite is also linked. With that power, Circe can completely turn Tiamat into stone. She goes back to the group, embraced by Macquarie and the others. However, Icarus leaves, flying to the sun. Sprite wants to transform into a normal human, able to grow up and die, to which Circe agrees to do. The group separates again, with Circe, Phastos, Sprite, and Kingo remaining on Earth while Druig, Macquarie, and Thena board the Domo in search of other Eternals. Sprite goes to school, while Circe spends time again with Dane. However, she is suddenly unconscious and taken away from Earth by Arishem. He takes Phastos and Kingo as well and plans to judge them for their act of killing an Eternal and sparing life on Earth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, subscribe if you're new. And at last, I'll say stay well, stay safe, thanks.